Welcome back to SGR Chemistry. Last class we discussed Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution and derived the equation. And in this class we are discussing Bose-Einstein statistics. It's one of the quantum statistics. The next quantum statistic it is FD, that is Fermi-Dirac statistics. So one of the quantum statistics, that is Bose-Einstein statistics or BE statistics. And the important assumptions in this statistics, it is the first one: the particles are indistinguishable. That's, we cannot distinguish one particle from other particle. So particles are indistinguishable. The next one is there is no restriction of filling up of, that is distribution of particles in different energy levels. That is, any number of particles can accommodate in a given energy level. That is, any number of particles can occupy in a given energy level. The third one is that energy levels are degenerate. Energy levels are degenerate. Energy levels are degenerate. And the degeneracy is given by GI, statistical weight factor GI. And the particles obeying Bose-Einstein statistics. Particles obeying Bose-Einstein statistics. They are known as bosons. Bosons. Particles obeying Bose-Einstein statistics are known as bosons. And generally, particles with integral spins obey Bose-Einstein statistics. Example: H2, deuterium, nitrogen, helium-4, photons, etc. These are the particles obeying Bose-Einstein statistics and are known as bosons. So these are the points to remember before we are moving to the derivation of the equation. Suppose there are Ni particles, total number of N particles, sigma Ni particles, or consider a system of N particles in which the Ni particles are distributed in Ei levels with the degeneracy Gi. Right? For example, the E0 level containing G0 sublevels, that is degeneracy G0, occupies N0 particles. Then E1 level having degeneracy G1 occupy N1 particles. E2 level with G2 degeneracy occupies N2 particles, and so E1th level with total Gi multiplicities or degeneracies occupies Ni particles. Then here, to separate an energy level into degeneracies or multiplicities or compartments. That is, to separate the energy level EI into GI compartments or GI multiplicities require GI minus 1 partitions. GI minus 1 partitions. For example, suppose this is our energy level. This is our energy level. We have to separate this energy level into 3 degeneracies, 3 compartments. We need only 2 partitions. By these 2 partitions, we can separate this energy level into 3 compartments. So, number of compartments, that is number of degeneracies 3, and number of partitions required is 2, that is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 partitions are required. If we want to separate this energy level into 4, we require 4 minus 1 partitions. And if we want to separate this energy level into GI compartments, then we require GI minus 1 partitions. GI minus 1 partitions. So the permutation of Ni particles and GI minus 1 partitions. Permutation of Ni particles and GI minus 1 partitions. We have to consider partitions. Then only we can accommodate particles. So, permutation of Ni particles and GI minus 1 partitions can be written as Ni plus GI minus 1 factorial. Ni plus GI minus 1 factorial. But the particles are indistinguishable. So, same arrangements may repeat it. For example, suppose we have 3 compartments, that is 3 energy sublevels, 3 degeneracies, and 2 particles A and B. 2 particles A and B, and we have 3 compartments of 3 degeneracies. We are going to arrange this one. That is AB, AB, the next arrangement is AB, that is both the particles in the lower sublevel, then the second sublevel, then third sublevel. Any number of particles can occupy. So one particle may occupy, or both particles can occupy the same energy level. Then suppose A is present in the first level and B is in the second level. A is in the first level and B is in the third level. A is in the second level and B is in the first level. A is in the second level and B is in the third level. And A is in the third level and B is in the second level. And A is in the third level and B is in the second level. These are the different distribution of 2 particles A and B in 3 energy levels, 3 sublevels, that is 3 degeneracies. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 different arrangements are possible for the distribution of particles A and B in 3 different levels. But we know A and B are indistinguishable. Indistinguishable. So these 3 arrangements are possible, no problem. But this arrangement, AB and BA, these 2 arrangements are same. Both are same because we cannot distinguish A and B, or distinguish A from B or B from A. They are indistinguishable. So these 2 arrangements are same arrangements. Then the next arrangement, this arrangement and the last arrangement, these are the same arrangement. Then this one and this one are also same arrangement. So there is a repetition of same type of arrangement of the particles when the particles are indistinguishable. So we have to divide this permutation by the permutation of number of particles, that is Ni factorial, and the permutation of number of partitions, that is Gi minus 1 factorial. We have to reduce or we have to avoid the repetition. So in order to get the actual distribution, we have to divide this permutation by permutation of the number of particles and permutation of the number of partitions. So we get the total arrangement as, total number of arrangements is equal to Ni plus Gi minus 1 factorial divided by Ni factorial into Gi minus 1 factorial. Then thermodynamic probability. This is the distribution of N1 particle, N2 particle, N3 particle and up to Ni particle in EI energy levels with the degeneracy Gi. So we can write it as N1 plus G1 minus 1 factorial divided by N1 factorial into G1 minus 1 factorial into N2 plus G2 minus 1 factorial divided by N2 factorial into G2 minus 1 factorial, so and so into Ni plus Gi minus 1 factorial divided by Ni factorial into Gi minus 1 factorial. This is actually a product, so we can write W as thermodynamic probability, W is equal to pi Ni plus Gi minus 1 factorial divided by Ni factorial into Gi minus 1 factorial. That's our thermodynamic probability. And in order to get maximum probability, we are taking the logarithm of natural log of this function. So we get ln W is equal to sigma ln Ni plus Gi minus 1 factorial denominator minus sigma ln Ni factorial minus sigma ln Gi minus 1 factorial. But remember, the total number of particles and total number of degeneracies are very higher in number. So one is negligible, that is Ni plus Gi minus 1. It is approximately equal to Ni plus Gi itself. And Gi minus 1 is equal to Gi itself. So we can replace this equation, this one, or we can remove this one. So we get the equation as ln W is equal to sigma ln Ni plus Gi factorial minus sigma ln Ni factorial minus sigma ln Gi minus 1 factorial. That is our equation. Then, to solve this equation, we are using Stirling's approximation. You know what is Stirling's approximation? Is ln x factorial is equal to x ln x minus x. So we are expanding this equation using Stirling's approximation. So we get ln W is equal to sigma Ni plus Gi ln Ni plus Gi. Sigma is common to negative term also, so minus sigma Ni plus Gi. Sigma is common to, that is x log x minus x. So sigma is common, so we are also put a sigma here. Then minus ln, that is minus this one, that is sigma Ni ln Ni minus x, minus of minus Ni, that is plus sigma Ni minus sigma Gi minus, Gi. We can put not 1 here, just Gi, because Gi minus 1. Gi minus 1 is taken as Gi, so we can put it as Gi factorial. So Gi ln Gi plus sigma Gi. Because again here sigma is common, so x log x minus of minus x. So this minus term, so minus of x plus x. So we get this plus sigma Gi. So this plus sigma Gi plus sigma Ni. So plus minus sigma Ni minus sigma Gi. Then they are cancel each other. So we get the final equation as ln W is equal to sigma Ni plus Gi ln Ni plus Gi minus sigma Ni ln Ni minus sigma Gi ln Gi. This is our equation obtained after expansion using Stirling's approximation. So next step is the derivation of this, taking derivative of these equations. We are taking the derivative in order to make it 0. So we can discuss the derivative and final equation in our next lecture. Thank you for watching.